I had interviewed Shanna at one point. And I feel like, was that just before I moved? I'm trying to remember the timeline. Because I interviewed her. And when I interviewed her, I remember thinking, she had a problem with me. That's what I thought. This was before like I moved in. It feels like I got to go and look at the timeline to be certain, but don't quote me. But I told my friend who I went to Akbar with for my birthday, I hope Alan. I hope he doesn't mind me saying his name. And plus, Alan is the name that, but just for the facts. And I told him, I said, you know what? I don't think she likes me.
My name is Clark Howard, and today we have Miss Shanna Malcolm of Miss Hey Yo Shanna. Let's clock some tea. I want to start off by asking you some quick, like, spitfire questions.
Okay.
And then we'll go into some more, in-depth questions, giving our audience the meat and potatoes of the meal.
Meat and potatoes? No vegetables?
No vegetables.
Oh, okay.
This is for carnivores only.
Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, I don't like them vegans. I don't trust them.
Don't trust them. Okay, so let's just hop right into our meal. So, where are you from? That's a question that I want to just confirm. Where are you from?
Jamaica.
Okay, so that's your origin. That's the natural.
That is the authentic Shanna. That is the Shanna that is at my root, at my core. When I pick up the phone and call my daddy, that is the Shanna that comes right in. 100%.
Because you know what, in sidebar, I picked up on it even as you were just talking to us. I kind of
when I get comfortable, it do slip out.
She was slipping in. I heard you were talking, and it would just be, what's going on? Okay, something. I heard it just slip. She was in there, but I'm not knocking. I love the flavor.
You know that little spice, like a little pimento in your food. It's good. It make it taste good. It's
favorite color.
Orange.
Favorite food.
Okay, the first thing that came to mind was fish, but that's not true. So I don't know if that was like some sexual reference. Probably ackee and saltfish, actually, a Jamaican meal. So.
Okay. Chick-fil-A or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Obama or Romney?
What kind of question is that?
Okay, just like
I mean, come on.
So let me ask you this question. Specifically, what is it that you do? Like, what do you do?
In life, right now I'm unemployed, but if you are hiring, I do have a resume that's ready. Yeah. No, in terms of YouTube, I'm trying to do a little bit of everything, mainly because I'm so new to this stuff. Right. I started watching a whole bunch of it last year because I met a bunch of YouTubers and it just inspired me. So pretty much I'm trying out what method works for me. Some people are vloggers. Some people can make, a day at the grocery store the most interesting thing you've ever freaking seen. And then some people, someone else tries to do that same thing and you're like, bitch, I don't want to see you buy no milk. That's whack. Some people, they have the comedy with a message. Some people have comedy that's like from everyday life. Right. I'm literally so new and I'm just finding my own voice. So
would you say that, just, I guess, to like bring it in, would you say that you're an actress or a comical actress? Or just an actress? To keep it, your options open.
I'm going to tell you the honest, up until August of last year when I did a skit with my friend Shane.
Okay.
I've never done anything comedic.
Shane Dawson, by the way, for those of you who are not familiar with.
Yeah, I was trying not to name drop, like my friend Shane Dawson, No, but before that, I've never done anything comedic. So saying I'm a comedy actress is like me saying, what?
So in other words, you were only doing like dramatic pieces and...
If there was a slave to be played, a rape victim, a baby mama with some drama, so, like every stereotype, but it's always in the most oppressive circumstances. I played every character
something that I think people would be, that's interesting because of the research that I've done, I would have never guessed that. Very interesting. I think, and especially, would you say that you're more comfortable with dramatic pieces than comical pieces?
By far, I have more experience. Wow. I have a wealth of experience when it comes to drama. So comedy is so new. It's a new muscle that I'm like learning how to flex and how to work. So
then let me ask you this question. That pertains to just your path in general. When did you realize that you had a gift, talent that actually there was potential that needed to be cultivated? When did you realize?
I knew at birth. No, first of all, I think I'm one of those people that believes, yes, there is the potential for somebody to be naturally gifted, but I firmly believe that training is so much more important. Like Michael Jordan,
right?
If he never did hours and hours of practice, Dwayne Wade, you wouldn't know who that is. It's doing the work. It's putting in the time. It's putting in the practice. That's why there are people out there who are so good at what they do. It is partially, maybe they have that spark naturally that gave them the interest to go practice.
Right.
But I think it's the practice and the training that makes a difference. Probably as a kid watching The Cosby Show, and there's actually a video somewhere in Jamaica of me going up to the TV, pointing at Keisha Knight Pulliam, the girl who played Rudy. No, I said I could do that. Right, I pointed right at the TV. I was like, I could do that.
Now she's doing it. She's not saying what she could do. She's actually doing. Okay. So let me ask you this. Now that we know that you are not only a comical actress but also a dramatic actress, let me ask you two questions. Dramatic inspirations, or not dramatic inspirations, but I'll say inspirations that pertains to, your acting to and so on as pertains to the drama. Kate Blanchett, Judi Dench, who? And then also, who are your comical inspirations, if I may?
Okay, starting with drama.
Okay.
Dramatic actors, let me think. The first person that came to mind was actually Angela Bassett. She's very strong.
Okay, sure.
A strong, beautiful woman who's unafraid of her strength. She plays a lot of roles in which she's just in her power. And I love when I see women who are just in their fucking power and they don't give a goddamn.
Just in the thick of it.
And they just hold it. And they're like, you know what? Suck my dick, bitch.
Suck it.
My dick is big and it is engorged. It's throbbing in your face. Like, I love that. Comedically, I would say the people that I love, because I'm so new, it's the people who've inspired me to do this. That's the first thing that comes to mind. People like Shane, honestly. It's not even just because he's my friend. It's because he's unapologetic with his humor. He just, he has something to say, so he says it. And there are few people who are like that. Most people have an agenda. There's something, even if you don't know as the audience, there's a reason that you're not quite responding to them because you feel like something about this ain't quite you, ain't quite real. And I love that when people are just themselves. And Shanna is somebody who's I think that's why we became such good friends so quickly.
And speaking of you and his friendship, exactly how did you meet? What sparked that?
So I graduated college last year, and I put myself on LA Casting. That's what you do when you a new actress and you're trying to get out there, get your face out there.
Get it out there.
And a PA called me from the movie Smiley, which is Michael Gallagher's first feature film that he's doing, and it's coming out this year. And Shane is starring in it. So Michael Gallagher, totally sketch from YouTube, directed and co-wrote this movie. Shane's starring in it, and a PA called in there. Oh, we need extras, and I was like, this is the first extra role I've ever done in my entire life. Just did it because I had no job, nothing else that I was doing. Like, literally was just...
Did it pay?
It didn't pay shit. I got no money.
Look where it got you, so...
But isn't that weird? Like, I haven't actually done background work since, which is weird.
Right.
I said yes to this thing.
First gig and boom.
First gig and met literally my best friend.
That's sweet. That's very...
It was meant to be, y'all.
It was meant to be. So aside from collaborating with him, in what other capacity do you and him work? As it pertains to, is he involved with any of the newer developments?
In terms of my channel?
Exactly.
Honestly, he said, we talked about it earlier this year. He was like, oh, Shauna, I really think you should try doing this YouTube. And I'm like, I don't know. Because knowing him, I got to see how much work it is. So few people, like, the people watching, oh, yeah, this is funny. It's 5 minutes. This is easy. 5 minutes of comedy gold is fucking days and weeks of work that goes into that one thing. And so seeing him and knowing him and seeing how much work goes into that, I'm like, I don't know if I can do all that. Right. Because unlike him, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to, do all this stuff. I just was told by him and other, oh, you're funny. I'm like, really? I just say the shit that came to my mind.
Now, this was before you and him started doing...
Before...
This was just conversational. You're talking
conversation. I really think you should do it. And so in terms of this, he's been just an inspiration. He's been very supportive in terms of the ideas that he thinks are more feasible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because having an idea is easy,
but the reality is completely different. It's true.
It's real different, real quick. So, you know, without the experience, if you don't have somebody there who's like, hey, that's not real feasible, mainly because to do that it's gonna cost about $10,000, and we ain't got no money. So you know, so the feasibility of things, the things that he thinks are funnier, you know, that can work. So he's been helpful.
So he was definitely like a big advocate, cheerleader, pushing you to do. Would you say that if it? I mean, I don't want to give him all of the credit because I mean, you obviously, as pertains to this, is part of the talent. But would you say that he definitely was a cheerleader, or let me put it like this: if had it not been for him, it would have taken maybe much longer to do what it is that you're doing now, or
had it not been for Shane,
exactly,
I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now.
Okay. Oh wow.
And I can say that categorically because, as you know, it's not something. YouTube is so new still, and it's not something that I think most new actors know as a really legitimate vehicle to explore acting and to put yourself out there and to, you know, and so it's one of those things where I never considered it, and without having met Michael and Shane, and I met a bunch of YouTube, Steve Green, all of these people on the set of this movie who have become really good friends now and are encouraging me to do this. I don't know that I would have done it. At least
if it hadn't been for
had I not
going on that website and
working for free on being an extra in a movie.
Who would have thunk it?
See that right now? Yeah. I certainly didn't, because when I got up that morning, I was like, Glendora, this is far.
This is right. Glendora, I don't know where that is.
Okay, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Well, let's get into a more serious and darker topic. So let me ask you this: what is your response, or how do you deal with criticism as pertains to different characters that you portray? How do you deal with the I guess the maybe backlash perhaps of people and how they feel about some of the characters that you have portrayed in the past, be it through Shane's
or
right?
Yeah. I think.
And what is your thought on that? Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Honestly, I'm not gonna say I'm immune to criticism because I'm human. And obviously, you know, we are all affected by the things people say and, you know, put out there toward you.
Right.
But I think number one, it's jokes, folks. Y'all need to learn to laugh a little bit more. And I say that not to criticize or to belittle what they're saying or their perspective, but you gotta realize you can't take everything in life seriously. And I also think sometimes when you make something bigger and, oh, that's too taboo, you should never joke about that, that's when it has power over you. You know, that's when it's the thing that that's always going to piss you off or always hurt you or always upset you. You know, so I think sometimes you can make something less powerful by just laughing at it.
So you've come to peace with the different characters that you play.
I was never conflicted about it because as an actor as well, I consider myself a storyteller. My conduit of telling stories is acting. That's, you know, some people are directors, some people are writers. And they're going to be, you know, sometimes you have a movie role where you're playing a whore. I'm not a whore in life. Right. I'm going to play a whore, though. If they pay me right, I'm going to play a whore. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, people's stories need to be told sometimes, and especially when it's in the vein of comedy. Like, just laugh, people. Right. Don't, you know, don't take it so seriously. Just recognize it's for humor, enjoy it, and allow it to take you away from your problems for like 10 seconds, and just laugh.
Okay. So let me ask you this: what would the public not know? Your supporters, what would they never guess about you? What would they never suspect that Shanna Malcolm engages in, does, is
celibate by choice?
Oh, girl, now. But she got me there. I'm not gonna have to break character. You got my ass, girl. No secret. You got me.
I got
even I did research.
You ain't see that research.
Exactly. You know what? You got me. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was something like maybe I don't eat beef or something.
No, I eat beef. I'll look at a cow. I will cut a cow in the face to eat it.
She said she would cut him in the face.
I don't give a damn.
So let me ask you this: what direction do you plan on going with your channel? Where do you see it going? Where are you trying to go? Where do you want it to go? What are you working on?
Once I decided to do the channel, and that honestly took me months to decide to actually forget
to really
commit.
Now you would be the actual like Destiny's Child. You know, you had a group.
Exactly.
And now you're alone. You're doing it on your own. You have to.
And I'm gonna tell you exactly. It's much easier being the supporting. You just go woo in the background. That's way easier than when you got to hit all them notes all by yourself. Even when you got a cold and you got this strep seal going on in your throat. Yeah, for sure. It's much easier being like supporting and just riffing off of somebody and laughing with them and playing with them. And that was what doing vlogs with Shane was like for me. It was just a lot of fun.
But you had to, in the back of your mind, want to at some point break away and just fly like a bird, like Nelly Furtado, and just take to the sky.
You know what? No. You know why?
No.
Because comedically, I never thought of myself as a comedian. So if it hadn't been like a situation where we're doing dramas, then I would have been like, oh yeah, I need to, find a way to be the star all by myself.
Well, I want to get back to the questions. We don't want. But I do want to, for your audience, our audience, so I just want to know exactly what is it that you're trying to do. Where do you want the direction of Hey Yo Shanna? Did I say that correctly?
Hey Yo Shanna.
Hey Yo Shanna. Exactly. Where do you want her to go?
I want the entire. I want Hey Yo Shanna to be a place where you click on it and literally, even if it's for 10 seconds or 10 minutes, you laugh your ass off and you forget about what the fuck is bothering you.
Let me just get her for you.
Yeah, that's Brenda.
Yes.
It's Brazilian hair.
From Brazil.
Yeah, she like my, for sure.
Okay.
She cute though. She cute. I like the color.
Right. Compliment your center.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm sorry, you were saying.
I was saying that I just want it to be a place where people can escape.
Right.
I just want to have fun. So that's why I spent the past month or so playing around with a bunch of, like I said, having an idea is easy, but making it, feasible and funny and something people would actually want to watch is a whole other way of thinking that I'd never even tried to think about. So I spent the past month just trying a bunch of different formats. So, the on the street stuff that they saw me doing with Shane, I'm doing that a little bit on my own too. And I'm doing Truth or Dares because I call it Truth. Right. Because, I lived in the South for a while. We talked about it earlier. We got that Georgia connection. But, they do say the TH a little bit, especially if you're from the South.
I say it only because of my lisp.
Okay, then. It's because he's from Georgia. Georgia people do say that. Come on now. TH. So it's Truth or Dare. And I thought of that one as a way to get people to get to know me, so that they could, leave questions that they wanted asked. Kind of like you're asking me questions now. I'm so new that they're like, I don't know this. I don't know anything about her. Well, great. Now you can ask me questions, and I'll just tell y'all honestly. Right. So there's that portion, and then that way they can click around and different questions, and then see me doing some kind of crazy dare that they want to see me try. So
let me ask you this. I mean, getting back to, because from my understanding, you are a classically, if I'm saying this correctly, a classically trained actress, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So here's my question for you. I know that when you initially underwent your training, so forth and so on, I don't know, I want to put words in your mouth, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is you had a vision of what it was you wanted your career to look like and what direction you wanted to go with it. Seeing as though now, which that's life, sometimes we plan our plans and it goes different directions, which is fine. But I guess my question to you is, okay, so you're going down the comedy route. Do you see yourself at any point, either on your channel or projects, doing any dramatic pieces? Do you want to delve into that? And I guess another way of saying could it be a part of your brand, or is it completely off the menu?
I'd never thought of it. Now that you've posed that question, I'd say for right now, I don't see drama as a part of this.
What you're trying to do?
Because what I'm trying to do, the persona on Hey Yo Shanna is me, but it's obviously the more heightened portions of me, because I do get crazy sometimes. That's all it is. But then, sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you, and I think it's because I'm a combination of lots of things, as all of us are. It's just blatantly apparent in me because I'm a little bit crazy, Yeah, but I don't see the dramatic side of me
being a part
of this, because I think for right now,
just want to focus on this and cultivate.
I want to cultivate that, and also because I actually, my escapism is getting to act and get lost in this stuff and do things that I think are fun, that I hope people think are fun too, and they want to watch. And so I hope they can escape by watching it, but my escape has been getting to do it.
Being able to do it.
Yeah.
What do you see for yourself in the future? Whether it's pertaining to your channel or just life, where do you want to be?
17 Oscars. I want to have the record.
Ooh, does Meryl even have 17?
That's why I said I want to have the record.
She wants a record. Maybe I could see even maybe 5 or 6.
17.
She said 17
Oscars. I like 14 Golden Globes. 27 Emmys is fine. You know. Tony's. Listen, I'm a dream girl.
I'm not mad.
I'm gonna take your word, Jennifer Hudson, just so you know. Beyond warning. No, but in all seriousness, I just see myself continuing to do this at least for a while. I'm enjoying it so much. I mean, honestly, my father and I, sorry, the accent comes out when I think about Jamaica, but my father and I have a perspective to not focus on financials, but to focus on the things that make you happy.
Okay.
Because you'll always invariably bring that kind of stuff to you if you're just doing it for the pleasure. Because truthfully, I'm poorer than a church mouse. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Not a church.
Like, I'm broke. I'm broke.
Those plates going around every Sunday.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do slip me some in my TVs. I do put some in there.
No, but I'm sorry.
But you know, I really try not to think. Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Because I think people can sense when you are thinking about it. You know, sometimes you watch things and people are like, and it's so contrived that you're like, why can't I quite get into this? It's because they're trying to pander to you. They're trying to give you what they think you want, as opposed to just enjoying it. And right now, I get to play and I get to make stuff, and hopefully people will love it. That's what I focus on.
So I have 2 more questions for you, Monica. What message do you want to send your supporters? What message do you want them to know from you, straight from Miss Shanna Malcolm? Just the woman that is. What do you want them to know from you?
I probably just want them to know I love to laugh, and that I want them to laugh with me. That my goal is at least once a week for them to laugh really fucking. I don't mean like you know, that polite, oh yeah, that was funny. I want that laugh where your stomach hurts, where you get that cramp, you know what I'm talking about, that cramp in that lower part. That's what I want. I want my support to have that diaphragmatic cramp when they watch my shit. That's what I want. That's what I want to put out there. Content that gives you belly pain. Where you're like, is it my appendix or am I laughing too much?
Am I laughing?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me give you the opportunity to let everyone know where we can find you, be it Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. Of course, we know Hey Yo Shanna on YouTube. But let everyone know where they can find you, my love.
Okay. So there's the YouTube channel, Hey Yo Shanna. My Twitter is my name, so it's just Shanna Malcolm. So it's Shanna Malcolm. Right. And the Facebook is Hey Yo Shanna.
Okay.
Honestly, I love Twitter and Facebook more than anything. I'm not on Instagram.
No Instagram, no Tumblr. So
I think there's a Tumblr, but I never use it. Right. I'm terrible.
So the best way for people to keep up with you and see what's going on in your life, you'd say
Twitter 100%, Facebook absolutely, and the YouTube channel. It's gonna be every Saturday. Every Saturday till death.
One last question, Mama. So when can people look? Is it gonna be every Tuesday, every Thursday? When are you gonna be releasing material? Do you know? Have you decided what day?
I've decided. It's going to be starting September 15th, so Saturdays.
Okay.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday, like clockwork.
Like clockwork. You could set your watch by me every Saturday. So, you know, that was the benefit of getting to play for a while. I could find out what I liked doing. And I figure, like I said, if I like doing it, they're going to like watching it. So, yeah. So every Saturday.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for giving us an opportunity to come in and interview you and all things of this nature. To all those at home watching, I love you. Good day. Bye-bye. And I think that's a wrap.